Hi everyone, this is Ashley here. I am very excited to share with you some of my favorite oils and products. So I'm just going to get right into it. So I'm first going to talk about the emotional aromatherapy oils. I have this lovely box right here that shows you the pretty picture, although it kind of drives me crazy that it's not an alphabetical order. Rainbow color order, like this. Aren't they so pretty? So these are our emotional aromatherapy oils. We have Passion, Motivate, Cheer, Forgive, Peace, and Console. I have to say that it's very interesting to see how people respond to these because oil, the ones that are kind of like my least favorite, other people absolutely adore, and it's their first favorite. Whereas, for me, the top emotional aromatherapy oils, Passion, without a doubt, is it's like heaven in a bottle. So the Passion blend has cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla, and damiana. So it is just, so good. It's so good. Okay, so the Passion is my favorite, I would say, for sure. My next favorite would probably be Peace. And Peace is a little bit more grounding. It has a vetiver in it. It also has lavender, ylang-ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, labdanum, and spearmint. And so it's definitely really nice for toning things down a little bit. It's really nice to diffuse when you go to bed, or just to calm you down a little bit if you have any anxiety, tension, stress, anything like that. My next favorite emotional aromatherapy oil would be Console. Okay, sensitive Virgo over here. The Console is nice. It's very soft. It's hard to describe, it really is. These oils you just need to smell them. You really do. So we have the frankincense, patchouli, ylang-ylang, labdanum, amyris, sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus in the Console blend. And that's really nice, for people going through, anything with grief or just like high emotions. The Console is just really, really good for that. And then we have the other three oils, which I still really, really like. They're just not as, preferred, I guess, as the other three. Although I have to say, this Cheer blend right here, we also have, so I'm going to bear with me because I hop around a little bit. I'm going to try to stay organized for everybody. But we have these new emotional aromatherapy touch roll-ons. And so you see here, we have the Cheer oil and we have the roll-on. Now the difference is this is much more concentrated, whereas this is diluted, ready to use for children. But you'll find that the emotional aromatherapy oils, some of them can be a little bit strong. So just like perfume, when you smell it straight out of the bottle, it can be a little bit intense. With some of the oils, I really like it. Some of them, having it diluted in the roll-on is really, really nice. And the really cool thing is that we have these new metal roller balls, which are leak-proof, but they feel really, really cool on your skin. And you'll find that you're just going to want to kind of like rub it all over just because the stainless steel ball feels really cool. So we have the touch roll-ons, great for children, and or if you have maybe a more, your nose is a little bit more sensitive, and you want the diluted version, go for that. So, so the other oils that we have Forgive. Okay. So when I was talking about, least favorite might be someone else's preferred, this is the one that I was talking about because I kind of pick up on the citronella in this, and I think it smells a little bit like bug spray. But interestingly enough, when I diffuse it, it smells totally different, and I really like it. And it also smells different when I put it on with the roller ball. But forgive, I find that many people, it's their favorite. They absolutely love it. So the forgive, and I'm sure we could all use a little forgiveness in our lives, right? This has spruce, bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, arborvitae, nootka, thyme, and citronella. So it's funny because that citronella is that last note, but I still pick up on it, and but it's a really nice blend, and I really like it. And then we also have motivate. I hope you like my little sound effects. Motivate is really great when you need to get stuff done. Combine that with Intune, and you are going to be crossing things off that to-do list. The Motivate it's a citrus. It's got peppermint, clementine, coriander. So it's not all citrus, but I pick up on the citrus note. And citrus, any citrus oil is very uplifting and really great for mood enhancement. So this also has coriander, basil, yuzu, which I've never heard of, melissa, rosemary, and vanilla. So the Motivate is really, really nice in the diffuser, and then I put the Intune on the bottoms of my feet, and I do what I gotta do. So those are the emotional aromatherapy oils, and I just want to take a second to talk about why essential oils are so effective when it comes to our emotions. So I'm going to bust out a little picture of the brain here, okay? And you can see the amygdala right here goes right down. See that red little olfactory bulb there? So basically when we smell something, it's a lot different than our other senses. So when you touch, taste, see, or hear something, you have little nerve receptors that carry the message to your brain to let you know what's going on in your world. But when you smell something, it's just a straight shot right up to that olfactory bulb. And that olfactory bulb is directly connected to the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that regulates your mood, memory, cognitive function, emotions, your concentration, motivation, all of that. So, if you can take a second to just think about a smell that like upsets you, for me, it's the smell of like the hospital. It just, and you just see that face. It's like, I felt it in my stomach, like that, like that feeling, right? And that's how powerful. I haven't even smelled a hospital. I'm thinking of a smell, okay? So that's how powerful our brain is in terms of affecting how we feel and our sense of smell. Okay, so it's just like the way that when you smell grandma's homemade cookies or, just your favorite kind of soup or whatever it is, that it just makes you feel good, you feel comforted. And that's ultimately what we're going for, because I think that, based on what I'm seeing with what I'm doing, there are a lot of people who have anxiety, depression, and a lot of mood-related issues going on, which oftentimes result from stress, but we have oils for that too. So I want to talk about some other oils, and the other oils that I would like to talk about are the oils that we were offering for mood management prior to the emotional aromatherapy oils. So, and these are some of my favorite blends too. So the first one I'm going to just mention is Citrus Bliss, okay? So this one right here, it's like creamsicle in a bottle, except better. When I first started with my oils and I discovered this one, I just was so obsessed with it. I was diffusing it every single day, every class I taught. This was the one that I wanted to diffuse because it just is so inviting. And it just is, it smells so freaking good. I wish that you could smell it through the computer. It smells so good, actually, that we put it into a hand cream. So we have this Citrus Bliss hand cream, which is absolutely divine. And so the Citrus Bliss is really great for uplifting the mood, even for cleaning the air if you're diffusing it, because it does have the citrus oils in it, obviously, hence the name. The Citrus Bliss is a blend of wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, bergamot, tangerine, clementine, and just a touch of vanilla absolute to sweeten it. It's really, really nice. So it was funny though, because after I discovered the emotional aromatherapy oils, I was obsessed with passion combined with wild orange. And, for those of you who are on a budget, and you're looking for oils to help lift your mood without maybe spending a little bit, the emotional aromatherapy oils do have some very precious oils in them, like the jasmine, the rose. So some of them, they do vary in price, but they're a little bit more, So the wild orange, for example, wholesales at $10.50 a bottle. So those are really, if you're looking for something that's going to uplift your mood and not break your bank, stick with the citrus oils. They're really good for that. So from there, let me see, elevation is the next one that we would use for mood uplifting. And, I have a cousin who, she's a nurse. She took herself off of her antidepressants. She weaned herself, and it was a personal choice for her. But she used this elevation blend as well as the balance, and she still uses them for her mood management, but she was able to successfully get off of those, which she's really, really happy about. She's made a lot of really awesome life changes. So the balance blend right here, this I can't really say enough about. I'm going to include in the comments a link to a YouTube video that will just blow your mind. And balance is actually the first blend that that I was introduced to at dōTERRA, and that's what got me in, was this blend. And I'll tell you a quick little story. I was actually going through a lot of personal growth, and I shifted my career. I was with an organic skincare company, and I went out to Colorado for a leadership summit, and I volunteered to speak because it was a big fear of mine. It still is, to speak in public. And so I was like, you know what, if I want to move past my fear, I need to just like do the thing that scares me, right? So I volunteered to speak, and it's like all the bigwigs, and the day of, I was freaking out just a little bit. And I was, I had a roommate, she was staying with me, or we were staying together, and I was just freaking out. And she was actually the one who introduced me to dōTERRA, and she was like, she's got her little Murray, Kentucky accent, which is just the cutest thing ever, and I can't even really replicate it without botching it. But she's, why don't you just put some balance on the bottoms of your feet? And so I was like, what? Like, I didn't understand, but I was desperate. And so I said, sure. And I took this oil, and I took my socks off, and I put it on the bottoms of my feet, and it felt really kind of weird, but I did it. And you know what? I actually calmed way down, and I did really good with my presentation, which I just, shot straight with it. I didn't prepare anything. I just got up and shared my story. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but the balance blend was like, I was just blown away. And the balance is a really nice blend of spruce, frankincense, hoe wood, blue tansy, and blue chamomile. So that is a phenomenal balance. It helps to restore homeostasis. So whether you have too little energy, too much energy, it will just help to bring balance. If you don't get enough sleep, if you are tired, or if you're if you're kind of crazy and wound up, this will just help to bring you more into a balanced state, hence the name. So it's our grounding blend, and it is without a doubt one of my favorites. I actually had 2 bottles, and I gifted one because I knew it was open, but there was someone who seemed like she really, really needed it, and so I left it with her. And then I realized that I couldn't find my other balance blend, and I was really, I don't want to say like completely distraught over it, but I kind of felt like a drug addict, not wanting to wait until my December order to get another bottle. And I was actually going to ask someone if I could buy a bottle from them, someone on my team. And then lo and behold, I found it last night in my son's room, and I was really happy about that. So the other blend that is one of the, I guess, one of the original blends that doTERRA offered for emotional support was Serenity. And so my bottle is somewhere floating in this place. I know it because I use it. And, you know, it's exciting. We actually have a new formulation for our Serenity blend, which has cedarwood, hoe wood, and vetiver added to it to help support restful sleep. So it is a really nice calming oil, calming blend. It's a lavender base and it's got some other really nice oils in it. But the Serenity is great for calming down, whether it's anxiety or if you just have a hard time sleeping. Good for calming. And so we have this, I'm going to talk also about the new products. I think that just for the sake of keeping everyone's attention spans, I'm going to make another video about the new products. And this little segue right here is going to be with the Serenity Soft Gels, which we just came out with at a convention this past year. And I'm really, really excited about these. So Serenity Soft Gels, okay, to be used in conjunction with the Serenity blend. And the soft gels, so they have lavender, L-theanine, which is an amino acid, and they also have German, okay, I'm going to test myself here, passion flower, and there's German chamomile, maybe, okay, I'm just going to check, okay. German chamomile, passion flower, and lemon balm. Okay, I forgot one. Okay, so this is completely natural, but this is like doTERRA's version of a sleeping pill. Okay, it really helps to promote restful sleep. We have done a double-blind crazy something study, and with amazing results. The results will be published soon, but the participants said that they fell asleep more easily, they fell asleep sooner, they stayed asleep, and they woke up feeling really, really well rested. So sleep is really important. We spend 36% of our lives asleep, so we want to make sure that the quality of the sleep that we're getting is really good, because otherwise it's going to affect everything else, from our stress, our immune system, our just overall, like everything will be affected adversely if we're not getting the proper sleep. So on that note, I'm going to end this session. I'm going to give a bottle of wild orange to, you know what, we're going to have to check in with Jenny, because I fly by the seat of my pants and I can't quite remember. Is it someone who's going to comment? I don't know. It's a surprise. Isn't it exciting? We're going to find out. Jenny's going to let us know, because she is amazing and she definitely deserves a little bit of kudos for organizing this event. So thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everyone, for coming and learning about these oils. And if you have any questions at all, we are here to help. Thank you.